We promise stability, we promise performance, it's still performance, so why would we charge extra? We asked, and every hoster was saying that stability is on top of their mind, but performance is even more important. Hello everyone, good to be here. So it's been 15 years since we first came to CloudFest. It's 15 years since we announced our product. We launched CloudLinux 15 years ago. So we came, it was still in Fantasia next to Cologne. I found this picture from this old 15-year-old CloudFest. Some of the people are still here from this picture, but everyone has gray hair. So when we started CloudLinux, we really focused on two things. We promised you stability, we promised you performance. We tried to eliminate bad apple effect, and I believe we did really well with that. No one is any longer talking about one site killing all the server, reducing the performance of the server. Yet this performance aspect is still very, very important. We have been looking at the performance aspect of web hosting, WordPress hosting, PHP hosting for the past 4 years. We introduced Accelerate WordPress, and for the past 18 months, we have been working on Max web server. We achieved 35 times performance of WordPress sites versus Apache. And the most important thing, it's $0. I mean, how often do you see today that vendors give you something new, something exciting at no extra fee? So we kind of we promise stability, we promise performance, it's still performance, so why would we charge extra? But why stability today? Well, because we asked, and every hoster was saying that stability is on top of their mind. But performance is even more important. Everyone wants performance, everyone wants more performance, everyone wants more WordPress performance. WordPress is still dominating our hosting industry, and that's what we did. So what is Max web server? Nginx-based web server. Most of you probably familiar with Nginx. Nginx is absolutely great at serving static web pages, much better than Apache, much better than pretty much anything else, yet it doesn't have a htaccess support. In this industry, htaccess support is key. So we added htaccess support, we added it to Nginx. We made sure it works perfectly with cPanel. It will work with Plesk. It will work with Direct Admin and all other control panels in the future. You can integrate it into your own control panel. But today we're still in beta, it works natively with cPanel. You can take your existing server with Apache, run a command. Now it's running Max Web Server. You don't like it, you shut down Max Web Server, you're back at Apache. More than that, it's beta, if something doesn't work for a particular website, you can just say, okay, this website should be served using Apache. Everything else still goes through Nginx. At the end, like in 1 or 2 quarters, we expect absolutely all websites working perfectly with Max Web Server. Today, we detect what we don't support in htaccess, and that's about 15% of directives and about 5% of the sites. We will automatically proxy it to Apache. So majority of the websites will be significantly faster. 5% of the sites will still perform as before. So how did we do htaccess support? So the way Apache works, on each HTTP request, it will go to the folder. Actually, it will go to all the folders on the way to the script that it's calling or HTML page that is being called, and it will check, is there a htaccess file? Is there a htaccess file? If there is a file, it will load it, parse it, do the configuration, and then run it. We don't have to do it. We are OS company, we do it on file system level. We know exactly when file appears, disappears, gets modified. We automatically reconfigure Max Web Server based on those changes so that we read this file only once, we look for this file only once. It's a significant performance just because of that. But of course, that's not the key. Another thing that we're doing, a lot of directives that are part of .htaccess file, mod rewrite, are not compatible with nginx. So we added an nginx module for this compatibility, so we can actually translate it and give you this 100% compatible system. So there is no changes for you, there is no changes for your customers. We also looked at web application firewall. There is a mod security for nginx, and if you install it, your nginx will be as fast as Apache web server. It kind of completely defeats all the purposes of nginx. So we threw it out. We started from scratch. We created our own fork of open source Coraza system, but it gives you crazy fast performance for mod security that pretty much doesn't interfere with nginx performance. So we are getting 10 times to 100 times performance increase over mod security. And in the end, if you measure, and we spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to measure it so that it's more like a real size, not some academic version. So we are getting 35 times performance for WordPress websites. Now, there is few things that serves into that. So better performing web application firewall, nginx that serves static files like crazy. We don't have to reread .htaccess files. We optimized things on WordPress caching level using Accelerate WordPress that is fine-tuned to work with Max Web Server, where we actually moved some of the code that would typically be done on PHP into C code, into nginx, so that PHP is not even called half of the time. You can run your own tests, just follow this barcode. And we plan to go into production either late in Q2 or early in Q3 of this year. We have thousands of sites running on Max Web Server already, and I expect to see significantly more of them running on it after this presentation. So why is it important for VPS servers? So you can have less hardware and still serve WordPress sites much faster. So when you sell VPS servers with CloudLinux, your customer will automatically get Max Web Server and get all the benefits of having really, really fast websites, even if it's a small VPS. Smaller memory footprints, less CPU usage, less I/O usage, all the benefits in one. For shared hosting, first of all, you'll get better time to first byte. For all the requests, you'll get more requests per second, you'll get smaller CPU memory load, and I know a lot of people refresh their server park like every 3 to 5 years, or you just have ability to split servers into more virtual machines. You can use less hardware, sometimes half as much hardware to serve the same number of websites with even better performance just by switching from Apache to Max Web Server. And if you're running CloudLinux today, it means zero cost, a lot of cost reduction. So fastest web server, that's our future, that's your future. We will continue focusing on performance, security, and stability. And I'll see you at booth FO2 if you have any questions for me. Thank you very much.